Do the citizens of Benin today, through the schools or publicly, talk about this history of the slave trade when the people of Dahomey sold other black people to the white man and then shipped them to the New World?
We do not talk much about slave trade, slavery, because for most of Beninese people, 300 years back is a lot. Those who have been to school know about slave trade, know about what happened to their brothers sold to the New World. And a few months back, we had the bicentenary of the death of King Agonglo. And Agonglo was said to be one of the kings who tried to stop slave trade. But of course, he did not succeed.
But he must have known how bad it was.
Yes, he knew. They knew how bad it was. That was why they didn't trade their own people. They would trade people from the wars and battles they did all around the country.
Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahushai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahushai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akyums in the four corners of the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity in truth. Shalom. You know, well, you hear it from out of the horse's mouth, right? They did not trade their own people. They trade the Hebrew Israelite, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, is who these Hamites who are Africans. They capture Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they and the Arabs, and sold them to the Grecian, right? And this is out of the horse's mouth, right? Out of this Hamite mouth, right? This out of the horse's mouth, right? And also he said that don't speak much about slave trade and slavery. Those who went to school know about the slave trade and slavery. But it was 300 years back. And this video came out some years back. I think this video came out. I know, oh my God, check it. Right? You understand? 2012, this video came out in 2012. Right? You understand? So, hey, it's out of the horse's mouth. What you lost soul gonna say, who are Israelite claiming to be African and saying that once it's wool and melanin, you're African. What you gonna say? This is out of the horse's mouth. They didn't trade their people. Right? So let me get some article that I pull up. And we go into this article. Right? This is it said Judah in Africa. And this is when we flee into the west coast of Africa. We were dwelling there. You know, and these dogs, which is these Arabs, and these Hamites, which is the so-called Africans, know them as today, right? Which is our enemy, rung us up and sell us to the Grecian. He said the Atlantic slave trade or transatlantic slave trade took place across the Atlantic Ocean from the 16th through to the 19th century. The vast majority of slave transport by the New World, according to written history, were not native Africans. I could end this video right here. But still, these lost souls don't claim that they are Africans. Right? He said from central and western and eastern part of the continent. In fact, these people have been historically proven to be the descendants of early Hebrew that had migrated from Arabia and Egypt, Israel, and Ethiopia into West Africa. These people were attacked and sold by native African tribe and Muslim. So the Africans and the Arabs sold it to the European. Right? And that is scriptural. That is in the scriptures. Right? Right? This is Joel chapter 3 verse 3. He said, and they have cast lot for my people. Who's the Most High people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Verse 4, yea, and what have we to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? These is two African nations, right? O Tyre and Zidon are the sons of Ham, right? He said, and all the coast of Palestine, which is the Arab, which is Ishmaelite, which is known as the Arabs today, right? Will he render me a recompense? And if he recompense me swiftly and speedy, will I return your recompense upon your own head? So the Most High, you so-called Arabs, and you Africans, you are going into slavery. You know, you understand? They got a thing, they got a phrase they say in the world: "What goes around comes around." So you heathen nation going into slavery, right? Verse 5, it said, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temple my godly pleasant thing. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Grecians. So who sold us unto the Grecian? The Grecian is the so-called white man. Who sold us? O Tyre and Zidon, which is two African nations, right? And all the coast of Palestine, which is the Arabs today, right? These are the culprits, and they're going into slavery. That's what the scripture say. They're going into slavery, right? They're going into slavery. He said the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Grecian, that he might remove them far from the border. So the sold us into slavery, and they going into slavery too. And this is more facts that these heathen nations going into slavery, right? Jeremiah 30, right? It says Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversary, every one of them shall go into captivity. So you Arabs going into captivity, you Hamites, which is you Africans, going into captivity, you East Indians going into captivity, you Chinese going into captivity, the so-called white man, you going into captivity, right? All these nations are going into captivity under the Hebrew Israelite, right? He said, Jeremiah 30 and 16, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversary, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So all these nations prey upon us. All these nations in slavery and oppression, right? And this righteous judgment, right? That is righteous judgment, right? These nations going into captivity, right? This is Revelation 13 and 10. It said, he that lead into captivity, so the Arabs, the Africans, the so-called white man, and right? It said, he that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelite, right? Elect waiting. We're waiting for our vengeance on our enemies, right? We're waiting patiently, right? Our reparation can be that we enslave these heathens, right? They're gonna build back our kingdom. They're gonna plant our vineyard. You know, they're gonna take care. They're gonna take care everything that we need to done. They have to do it. We're gonna be over them, right? Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Let me go back to this article, right? It's these people were attacked and sold by native African tribe and Muslim, which is the Arabs, to Europeans. So we read in Joel chapter 3, right? He said, European slave traders who then transport them to the North and South Central America. To further prove this statement, I have obtained written record from Arab and Muslim writer, and also medieval African maps written in the 17th century by the conquering European. In the map are showing geographical location of Hebrew city and kingdom that were later taken into slavery. The first medieval African map was performed by Sir Danville under the um, patronage of the Duke of Orleans. It's revised and improved by Mr. Bolton, 1766, and another medieval African map called Negroland, and the adjacent countries also Upper Guinea, showing that the principal European settlement and distinguishing by Eman Bowman in 1747 West Africa. So they tell you right here that the native African tribes and the Muslims is who sell the Hebrews into slavery, right? Africans, they sell Africans. And this when you play back this video, let me play back again. Right, out to the horse's mouth. Come out to the horse's mouth. Let me play back again.
25 gentlemen.
Do the citizens of Benin today, through the schools or publicly, talk about this history of the slave trade when the people of Dahomey sold other black people to the white man and then shipped them to the New World?
The people of Dani, which today is known as the Kingdom of Benin, right? No, Republic of Benin, right? Sold other black people. Here we say, sold other black people, right?
We do not talk much about slave trade, slavery, because for most of Beninese people, 300 years back is a lot. Those who have been to school know about slave trade, know about what happened to their brothers sold to the New World. And a few months back, we had the bicentenary of the death of King Agonglo. And Agonglo was said to be one of the kings who tried to stop slave trade. But of course, he did not succeed.
But he must have known how bad it was.
Yes, he knew. They knew how bad it was. That was why they didn't trade their own people. They would trade people from the wars and battles they did all around the country.
They did not trade their own people. Yes, they know how terrible the slave trade was, but they did not trade their own people. They traded people from the war, which is the Hebrew, who they conquer and sold to the Grecian. Out of the horse's mouth. They don't speak much about slavery and slave trade. He said there was a long time, 300 years ago. And you claiming to be Africans, and these Africans don't even speak about slavery and slave trade. Because they know the people that they sell wasn't their people. So all the puzzle now coming together, but yet still, these last soul want to call themselves African, want to say melon and wool. There's the doctrine these men pushing. Melon and wool. Melon and wool. And here out to the horse's mouth. Right? And this article tell you right here, tell you plain, is that the native and it said the native Africans and the Muslim, which is the Arab, sold us to the European slave traders. Right? I have a next article here. Let me see this. Let me see it. Right? And this is the map, right? In the Kingdom of Wyoming. The Kingdom of Dahomey, right? Which known today as the Republic of Benin, right? Country in West Africa, right? And it said this is the Kingdom of Judah. It says Slave Coast, right? Kingdom of Judah, right? They were sold into slavery, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? Let me pull up this next article, right? Let me pull up this next one here. Right? It said what scholars know about the Negroes, right? It said there is an old cliche that goes, if one want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book, right? Thankfully, that he said, thankfully, that is an absolutely false fabrication made against a people that are hate and envy by their enemies. It is no secret that the history, heritage, culture, custom, and language was stripped from the so-called Negroes during the Atlantic slave trade. Right? They say Hosea 4 and 6, yeah, because these men who claiming that they are African, who are Israelite, they are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and they're gonna be destroyed because the Most High gonna destroy them because they despise the heritage that the Most High give to them. They despise it and want to be a heathen. So the Most High gonna destroy them. In this upcoming destruction, they're gonna be destroyed. Right? If they repent and come out to the madness, then they're gonna be destroyed. Right? However, most fail to realize exactly how this incredible mission was actually played out and by who. Sadly, in the 21st century, if you ask an African American what people they descend from, historically, you will more than likely get several different answers that all stem from what has been taught to them from elementary school on up through to the higher learning university. So this was taught unto them, which is a lie, right? Because what this devil did when they bring our ancestor on this side, which they call the new world, right? What they did, they separated kids from their parents. And there's how they indoctrinate the children. So when you separate the kids from their parents, the parents can get a chance to teach them. Look today, right? Today's the school system is set up. You got to send your children to school. And who teach you? The enemy teach your children. You understand? And this is how it was in slavery. In hardcore slavery, when our foreparents came on the side, they take the kids from them and the so-called white man indoctrinate them. Right? He said, as most African Americans have been led to believe by their Christian pastor that Negro biblically does descend descend from the Noah's son Ham, descend from Noah's son Ham. And see these pastors, the Most High gonna put these pastors to death. You understand? The Most High gonna put these pastors to death because these pastors is a bunch of wicked niggas, a bunch of low life. You understand? The Most High gonna put them to death for teaching lies. You understand? That is a blatant lie because these churches, they're under the 501c3 charter. And once you're under 501c3 charter, you're working for Satan. You're working for the government. You cannot speak against. This is why the pastors don't come out and speak against the evil and the wickedness that the society push. You understand? They don't come out and speak because what? They're gonna get a license take away and they can't make free money. So the Most High gonna put you pastors to death. Right? He said historically and prophetically speaking, the Israelite record, also known as the Holy Bible, are by far the most accurate source of information. It's the most accurate source of information. But these wannabe Africans want to talk about melanin and wool, right? Want to discredit the Bible and debunk the Bible. The Most High gonna destroy y'all. You going against the Most High. The Most High gonna destroy y'all, right? He said the Holy Bible are by far the most accurate source of information that deal with humanity, their origin and future. The origin and future, you know what I mean? The nationality, and it also deal with what prophecy. You understand? This reliable source also prophetically described, right? So you're gonna show them all this, right? You're gonna show them all this. And these wannabe Hamites, right? Who wanna be heathen. You gonna say, hey, you are Israelite? No, they wanna be Hamites. You understand? So the Most High gonna destroy them because they wanna be Hamites, right? It's Yeah, let me read back from it. It said this reliable source also prophetically described with the intricate detail the origin, right, downfall and future of the so-called Negro. So the origin go back to the nationality, the downfall of them. We went into slavery because we sin against the Heavenly Father. We break the covenant and He punish us with slavery. The future is that we're gonna rise up in these last days. We're seeing around the world all these camp breaking up, in the four corners of the earth, prophesying against this wicked kingdom which is Babylon, and telling these heathen they're going into slavery, the so-called white man going into slavery, and after 1,000 years, the so-called white man gonna be eradicated from off the face of the planet. You understand? And the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of heaven, gonna be on earth, and the chain of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, Indian, gonna rule under our Lord and Savior Yahushua, King David, and the 12 and the 144,000. They're gonna be the top governor in the earth. And the chain of Israel, the ones who die on this side, the 2/3, they're gonna come back in the right mind. The ones who call themselves African and melanin and wool, they're gonna come back in the kingdom and they're gonna be in the right mind. And they're gonna be ashamed for know that was against the creator. I wanna be a heathen, they're gonna be ashamed. Right? It says it said describe with intricate detail origin, downfall, and future of the so-called Negroes. For example, in the book of Psalms 83, he said the Israelite prophet and songwriter Asaph prophetically detailed what people would conspire together to physically and mentally take down the Negroes and his descendants. The first nation that Asaph mentioned would also be the leaders of the pack, and that is the Edomite Caucasian tribe, which is you so-called white people. This is a biblical nationality. You are Edomite, right? Let me get Psalms 83, right? Let me get Psalms 83, right? Psalms, right? This is Psalms 83 and 1. He said, keep not thou o silent, keep thou not thou silent, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. Verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consult against thy hidden one. Who's the hidden one? You Israelites. Who's the Most High people? You Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. You are the Most High chosen people. Hey, and that's even offend these Israelites, especially these Christians. Offend them. And they are Israelites. And they want to be like the heathens. These Christian and all these people who call themselves claiming as be the African and Rastafarian and Muslim, all them want the one world order now. Because they're speaking about one love and all should come together. They want the one world order, but the Most High don't want no one world order. The Most High can destroy that again, like we did in the book of Genesis. Right? When was the Babylonian what he do to the Babylonians? Right? When he come down and confirm the language and scatter them. Right? Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. So who to cut off from being a nation? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. They indoctrinate you with the lies, they teach you lies, they feed you with the lies, they oppress you, they beat you down. Right? They have said in the UN, anybody representing you Israelite in the UN, the European Union, nobody don't represent us. You understand? We the people that scatter among these heathen, we have no country, nothing at this said moment. You understand? We have nobody representing me on the stage, right? In the UN. Right? It's he said they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel, which is you Israelite, may be no more in remembrance. So when you tell a boy that, hey, you're not no African boy, you're an Israelite, what? He are more proud and more ignorant. He love being ignorant. He love not knowing, right? Because the doctrine that he push is wool and melanin. Once you see wool and melanin, he's African. That is a dumb doctrine. And only dummies gonna believe that. You understand? Only dummies gonna believe that, right? Verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacle of Edom, the so-called white man, Edomite, this is a biblical nationality that God gave to you. Hey, the reprobate said that the Most High didn't give the nation no nationality. The nation give the self no own nationality. This will show that, hey, the scripture say, he that roughly paraphrasing, if a man want to be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Right? The tabernacle of Edom, which is you white, you so-called white people, you are the Edomite. Right? Edom red, which means waste of the ways he. You understand? He said, and the Ishmaelite, which today is the Arabs, you are the children of Ishmael, right? Of Moab, you Chinese, and the Agarenes, you Africans. Gibal and Ammon. Ammon is you Japanese. Amalek is you so-called Jewish people, you dogs, right? You are the head tribe of Edom. You are Edomites, right? He said the Philistine, which is the right, which is the Africans, right? The Philistines with the inhabitant of Troy, right, which is the Africans, right? He said Ashur also joined with them. They have opened the chain of Lot Sila. So these are our enemies, and they said, let us come and cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Roughly paraphrasing, right? This what verse 4 say, right? So we tell a boy he's an Israelite, hey, he don't believe you because he was indoctrinated in the school system. You understand? We all was indoctrinated in the school system. You know, we all was told that we were Africans, right? In the school system, you know. But hey, most I put the spirit and brothers to search deep and to dig, right? The most I put the spirit and brothers to do that, right? You understand? So brothers search out, brothers search it out, you know, bringing out these information. Brother delve, the word delve means to dig deep, right? This is Donovan Compact Bible Dictionary. It says, okay, it says, let us discover what has been hidden from the so-called Negro by their big brother Edom. And this scholar is his scholar as we delve, mean dig deep into the Donovan Compact Bible Dictionary. And this is page 213, right, in his Bible Compact Dictionary. It says Ham, perhaps the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor, meaning the father of the dark race, which is the Hamites, not the Negroes, not the Negroes, not Judah, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but the Egyptian, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites, right, which is the Hamites. So we are a different nation from the Hamites. How hard is the for these dummies understand? You understand? Because with the proud, right? The pride in them, you know, the pride, pushing the doctrine, the fast doctrine, Wola Melanin, right? It said, as you can see, the scholar know that the Negroes did not descend from Hamite Africans, as they have been educated to believe via slave master, educationer, minister. So logically, the question is to ask would be, if the Negroes do not descend from Noah, son Ham, which of his other 2 brother sons does he come from? Right? he said that only leave Japheth and Shem. He said that vast majority of scholars all over the world would all agree that the descendants of Japheth are the original European. That is correct. And the so-called white man push him out of the land. The so-called white man is the biggest land theft, right? Heritage theft. He's the biggest thief on the face of the planet, right? He said the only real discrepancy among the scholar and historian arrived when trying to ascertain who Shem grandson descendant are in the world today. The descendant Shem through the line of Isaac and Jacob, which Jacob name changed to Israel, and Israel in Hebrew is Yasharallah, which means Yah mean he, Shar mean prince, and Allah mean power. He prince of the power, he prince of God, right? Is who we are, right? Your nationalities come from your father. It don't come from a land. A land don't bring you food. Your father is who bring you food. So who your father is, that is your nationality, right? It said are historically the only people that were prophesied to go into slavery by way of cargo slave ship and lose their identity, culture, and language. This historian event that took place in the 16th century was prophesied by Moses thousands of years ago, when the southern kingdom of Judah finally went into their last captivity, right? And it tell you in the book of Jeremiah 17:4 that we can discontinue from thy heritage, right? You understand? Are we going to serve our enemy, right? It tell you that 2,000 years ago, Yahweh Shai, right, which is the name of our Lord and Savior. He's from the tribe of Judah. His name is Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai is his Hebrew name, which means Yah means he, Yahweh Shai means Savior. He is the Savior, or he is the deliverer, right? 2,000 years ago, Yahweh Shai also warned the Jews, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, living in and around Judean region. But this reprobate said Judean is a religion, but Judean is a region, right? He said it's a religion, and Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. This is a lost people waking up back to who they is, to the heritage. You understand? To who they is. They are Hebrew Israelite. To knowing the power. The power name is Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, the well ignorantly God, and Yahushai is the name of his Son, the well ignorantly God, Jesus. Right? That upon seeing the Roman armies enter into the land, to immediately flee into the mountains of Africa. And this Yahushai prophesied this in Luke chapter 21. Right? He said we can flee into all countries. Right? The Israelites flee into our country. Right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it out too. This edification, right? And so like here, UK, Luke 21. Start from verse 20. Right? This is Luke chapter 21, and this is the Messiah speaking, Yahushai. Luke 21 and 20. And when he shall see Jerusalem come to pass with army, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. And when Jerusalem come to pass with army in 70 AD, right? Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains. So Judea is a region, but these men saying Judaism is a religion. It's all this, hey, they bug the hell out. They bug out, right? He said, then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountain, which is the west coast, right? And also the Israelites flee into all country, right? I can tell you in the same chapter, right? And let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter there into, right? So Israelite was dwelling in other countries too. For these be the day of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. He said, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. So we will led captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentile trodden down Jerusalem, who was the Romans, and the other nation that helped them, until the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. You understand? And the time about to up, and they gotta pay for everything that they do. You understand? So it tell you there, this is historical facts. This is truth. But still, these dummy gonna reject it. You gotta believe they wanna be a Hamite so bad. They wanna be a heathen, right? It said the well reported author, professor, and historian Rudolph R. Winslow, which is a Jamaican brother, he's an Israelite too. The same reprobate speak evil of this book. He speak evil of this book. Once it's the truth, anything pushing and promoting the truth, this demon is speak against it. You understand? Once it's not saying our black was African, he's speaking against it. That's how dumb these reprobate is. You understand? Speak evil of this book too. Alright? This is Babylon to Pin book 2, page 84. And this is what happened in 70 AD. This is what I just read in Luke chapter 21. It said, in the year 65 BC, the Roman army under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespucci and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter during the period of the military governor of the Palestine. Many outrageous and atrocity were committed against the residue of the people. During the period of Pompey to Julius, it had been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave market were full of black Jewish slave, right? You understand? So it said over the next century, these Israelite tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which is Jews, which is Judah, right, flee further into North, Central, East, South, and West Africa. The majority of these tribes flee to and were captured and sold from the coastal West Africa. Let me go back to the video. Right? Play it one more time. This is out of the horse's mouth. Right? This is out of the horse's mouth.
25 gentlemen.
Do the citizens of Benin today, through the schools or publicly, talk about this history of the slave trade when the people of Dahomey sold other black people to the white man and then shipped them to the New World?
We do not talk much about slave trade, slavery, because for most of Beninese people, 300 years back is a lot. Those who have been to school know about slave trade, know about what happened to their brothers sold to the New World. And a few months back, we had the bicentenary of the death of King Agonglo. And Agonglo was said to be one of the kings who tried to stop slave trade. But of course, he did not succeed.
But he must have known how bad it was.
Yes, he knew. They knew how bad it was. That was why they didn't trade their own people. They would trade people from the wars and battles they did all around the country.
They did not trade their own people. They traded people from the war. Right? Is who they captured, the Israelite. Who they captured, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, who they captured and sold to the Grecian. They didn't trade their own people. They know who they trade. They trade the Israelites. Right? Just want to show you something else. This is in the kingdom of Dahomey, right? And this is the slave coast, right, with the kingdom of Judah, and this is from the west coast of Africa. This is on the map, right? Kingdom of Judah, the 16th century West Africa map. This is on the West Africa map, the kingdom of Judah, which is the Israelite, right? I just want to show something. Let's get something down here. This article got a real meat inside, real meat. But I just want to get to this here, right? This is a American slave poster showing Hebrew slave being sold. Hebrew slave, not African slave. Hebrew slave being sold, to be sold on board the ship, right? I know I can't really see it properly, but it said on Tuesday, the 16th of May next. It's choose cargo of about 150 fine Hebrews, right? Hebrews, right? This would have sail the Hebrews, right? You understand? It's a American slave poster selling Hebrews, right? Right? This would have got. They don't say Africans for sale. They say Hebrews, right? I'm looking straight for find if we can find the date on this this article of the post here, right? Let me see. It's maybe this one. It says again, biblical scholars have always known that the original Jews, Negro, have always been a dark-skinned people, even though the scripture tells you that the truth plainly. For example, King Solomon, who is from the tribe of Judah, while flirting with the daughters of Jerusalem, right, the 10th century BCE, tell you that he is black, right? Song of Solomon 1, 5, and 6, right? You understand? So they sell the Hebrew, right, which was not their people, right? They didn't sell their people, right? So let me just get a couple of scriptures and close out this lesson, right? They didn't sell their people. Exodus 12 and 31. And this is what Pharaoh tell Moses, right? Exodus 12 and 31. And he, which is Pharaoh, called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people. So who was Pharaoh people? The Africans, known as the Egyptian, right? The word Egypt is a Greek word, right? The name for the land is Mizmarim, right? Mizmarim is the name for that land, right? He said both he and the children of Israel. So Pharaoh said, get you, right? And the children of Israel, get you and your brother Aaron and the children of Israel from among his people. You understand? So these Africans know that they and the Israelites is from a different nation, not the same people. But these proud and lost soul want to be a heathen so bad they want to be heathens, right? He said, and he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both he and the children of Israel, and go and serve the Lord as he have said. So Pharaoh said, yo, get you, your brother, and the children of Israel from among his people, right? From among his people, right? Exodus 11 and 7. All right, this is Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. He said, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. So these are the nation is dogs. He said, against man or beast, that he may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel. So the Most High put a difference between the Egyptian and the Israelite. So we are different nation. You so-called Negroes, you are not Africans, you are Israelites, right? You are Israelite, right? You are a prince of God, right? You understand? But these these hey, these Israelites want to be Hamites so bad because it's the foolishness that the so-called white man teach them. You know, they indoctrinate them in the school system. You understand? Push them madness, right? They want to be a Hamite so bad. You know, this is facts. You know, this is some beautiful article. You know, bring out the facts. You know, beautiful article and this video. You know, you hit out to the horse's mouth, right? Out to the horse's mouth, right? Let me see. Let me get one more close up this one here, right? I was looking for this one. It's Amos 9. Right? Amos 9 and 7. Right? Here the most I see. Right? And this message is only for the elect. This is only for the elect. And Salakia. Right? Amos 9. Yeah, man, this message is only for the elect. This is Amos 9 and 7. This is what the Most High saying to the children of Israel. Are he not children of the Ethiopian unto me? So the Ethiopian dark skin. So the Israelite dark skin. So this is what the Most High saying. Right? 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 Yeah, Amos 9 and 7. Are he not as children unto the Ethiopian unto me, O children of Israel? So the Most High say, hey, the Ethiopian dark skin and the Israelite dark skin, right? He said, are he not as children unto the Salaki, are he not as children of the Ethiopian unto me, O children of Israel? Said the Lord, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistine from the capture, and the Syrian from Kor? You understand? So this is question the Most I ask the Israelite. So the Israelite dark skin just like the the Ethiopian, which is the Cushites. You understand? Which is the Cushite. So when you're gonna say, hey, this doctrine is about wool and melanin, when you see wool and melanin, all is one. You is a lost soul, right? So you hear it out to the horse's mouth, right? You hear it out to the horse's mouth, right? This man here is an Israelite, right? This is an Israelite, right? And this is a Hamite, right? And this is a Hamite. You understand? Yeah, so with that, hope this lesson is edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums, to the folk and the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.